Hey gang, Fletcher here again with DJ Event Planner. In this video, we're going to show you how to automatically assign planning forms to an event when it's added into the system. There are two ways: if you have only one planning form that you assign to all of your events, or if you have different planning forms for different event types. We're going to walk you through and show you how to do both. So let's get started. First, if you only have one planning form that you want to assign to all of your events in your system when you add them, we're going to log into our DJ Event Planner. We're going to go to Setup, Application, and then Event Form. Here under the Default Options tab, we're going to scroll down to the bottom here on the right, underneath the header Add New Event, Default Planning Options. Here, you can choose what planning form is assigned to every event that you add to your system. So for example, if you only service weddings and you want to assign your wedding planning form to every event, select it here in this drop-down, and then click on Save Settings. That means anytime you add a new event, it'll automatically assign that planning form. Next, let's look at how you can auto-assign different planning forms based upon the event type. Before we begin, if you have a planning form here set underneath the default options, make sure to remove it. The reason why is if an event already has a planning form assigned to it, a booking helper will not be able to assign a new event. So let's go set up a booking helper to assign a wedding planning form to a wedding event type. To do that, we'll find our booking helpers underneath Setup, Application, and then Booking Helpers. Here you can edit a booking helper you already have or add a new one. Let's add a new one. Because we're assigning our wedding planning forms, we're just going to title this Add Wedding Planning Forms. Because I'm going to automate this booking helper, I'm not going to give it a button. Now here, underneath the Event Planning tab, we can choose what forms we want to assign to an event when we add it into the system. So because we're doing weddings, let's add our wedding planner. We can also add any other additional planning forms and other additional items such as song list, primary timeline, as well as an evaluation form. Next, we're going to click on the Automation tab. This top section is the settings for when we want this booking helper to be triggered when we add a new event into the system. Here underneath Event Status, I like to select all event statuses because I may not only add an event as requested info. I may add the event as with the status of meeting, or maybe pending because I've already had a conversation with that client. Now here's the important one underneath event type. We want to choose only these event types. And we'll scroll down and select wedding. Last step, once we have those settings set, we want to make sure we click on enabled. And then finally, save. Now, whenever we add a new event to the system with the event type of wedding, this booking helper will get triggered and assign those planning forms to that event automatically. In a test, let's add a quick test event. Once we click Save, that booking helper will get triggered, and you'll get a confirmation up here in the right-hand side of what was run. You can now duplicate that booking helper for other event types and change the forms assigned for that event type. And that's it. Pretty simple. Should you have any questions, of course, you can find your support options underneath Support Options in the left menu, where you'll find links to live chat, the FAQs, as well as the support forum. Hope this video has been helpful. We'll see you on the next one.